What's up guys, it's me Omar from geeksterlabs.com, and today I have the movie review for Pixar's Inside Out. Now guys, I have to start this review by saying this movie was so good. I cannot express how good this was. Before I went into the movie, I had checked the Rotten Tomato score and it was at 100%. And I was thinking to myself, how could this movie really be 100%? That's like Toy Story territory, you know? And after seeing this movie, I cannot give you one good reason why it should not be 100%. It was that good. I'm going to go ahead and start the review by saying that this movie, Inside Out, is the new Toy Story. That's how good it was. But this movie was so good. It was so funny. It was so witty. It was so original. I had not laughed this much in a movie in a really long time. And I'm talking, I took my 5-year-old, my 8-year-old, my 9-year-old. There was a 50-year-old woman sitting next to me. I'm 30. My wife is 30. There was a 7-year-old man sitting next to her. Everybody was having a good time with this movie. Everybody was laughing at all the same stuff. It was so funny and so good. I cannot believe how good it was. They really encapsulated, you know, the emotions that a kid goes through, that a person goes through on a regular basis. And for those of you that don't know, this movie is basically, it's about the emotions inside this girl Riley's head. And so when you watch the trailer, it makes it seem like the emotion, it's going to be bouncing between different people's emotions, the emotions in their head. It doesn't really. It mostly is just all about Riley throughout the whole movie. There are a couple scenes when they show like the dad and the mom's emotions and the characters in her head and the dad's head. But for the most part, this whole movie focuses on the 5 emotions. So the actors that play these characters, these emotions, where we had Joy, who was Amy Poehler, and Sadness. They were the 2 main characters. Sadness is played by Phyllis Smith. You guys probably know her from The Office. We have Fear, which is Bill Hader. He's hilarious. Lewis Black plays Anger. He was really funny. He had some really good lines. Probably the weakest one of all of them was Disgust, which is Mindy Kaling. She played that character. I could have done without her. Her parts were not that funny. So basically, it revolves around these emotions in Riley's head. So this girl's about 11, 12 years old. So you can imagine going at that time, in that phase in her life, she's going through a lot of things. She's moving to a new town. She's experiencing new things. So, it shows you from her being a baby and a little girl into now being an older and going into her adolescence. It shows you that life isn't all about fun and rainbows and sunshine and all those types of things. Like there's actual emotions that kids are going through at that age that she's experiencing these different things going on. So that's what's going on in her head. And it just makes for such an awesome world, such an original idea. There was really good humor throughout it. And this is a movie that everyone can relate to, not just kids, it's even adults, because adults were younger at one time point as well, parents especially, because they were young at some point, but they also have children that are the age that this girl is, or kids that are growing up. So this movie just speaks to all sorts of people. So it's just such a well thought out idea, and I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I don't think I've laughed this much in a movie in such a long time. And I was laughing with my kids during parts, and after the scene had changed, I was still chuckling to myself after the things that I just saw, because it was just so funny and so well done. So I cannot say enough positive things about this movie. I don't know if I would give it 100% because that's like a perfect score, but I would definitely say it's 95 and above percentage somewhere. If I had to give it a Rotten Tomato score, 95% and higher between those two, because it was just such a good time. I had such a blast watching this movie. And, I had heard things that Pixar was really rooting for this movie, and they thought they had something really special, and boy, were they right. This movie is so good. I cannot wait to see the franchise that they build out from this, because even though in this movie, they just focus on Riley, the girl, for the most part. Towards the tail end of the movie, they do like a montage when they're jumping between other people's minds and heads, even dogs and cats, and you can kind of see what's briefly going on to their minds. And I cannot imagine the types of things they're going to do with this franchise. They could do this. They could follow the girl, she could be in her teens, and the types of things she's going through there. They can follow a boy or a different character. They can just take this to so many different places. It's just, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they come up with. It was so much fun. I cannot recommend it enough to you guys. Go take your kids, take your significant other, take your parents, take your grandparents. Everybody is going to enjoy this movie. It was that good. I really want to see it again, and I'm probably going to take my kids to see it again one more time because they had such a blast and they loved it so much. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions about this movie, or if you've seen it yourself, let me know in the comments what you think about it. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you want to stay up to date with all of the reviews I do on my channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next review.